you. So company interview as same as for institute entrance exam, VI test, aptitude test first, written exam. For every company it is on board, so your part should be very well prepared about that. Yes, let's see, hope for the best. The next question was how to prepare for a company interview. So company interview as same as for institute entrance exam, you will have a LIPI test, aptitude test first, written exam. For every company it is same. So you have to clear that, and then technical interview will happen. And I will share my questions. What they have asked to me was um for me, actually, technical was very less. Only the HR interview was last about 2 hours, and I was surprised because 2 hours it was more of not like questioning; it was just a discussion. So for me, for example, container shipping is coming to your college. So prepare refrigeration part as very well, because definitely they are going to ask to carrots who are going to be their carrots, that what is refrigeration system, because in container ships you will be handling reefers on board, so your part should be very well prepared about that. All the troubleshootings, uh, what is filter dryer, what how you will check how that it is clogged, how you will check without checking the parameters that aircon is working well or not, what components we have, condenser, compressor, evaporator coil, function of each components in the refrigeration cycle. So things like that, prepare well about refrigeration system if you're going to join a container ship. And apart from that, in engine room, they asked me about ICCP, MGPS, shaft grounding, what's the difference between MGPS, ICCP, what's the working principle of this basic things. So basically, actually, they know that you are not on board. You will join your first vessel, so they know that you will not know everything about ship, as you have not seen the ship so far. So they will ask the questions which is like basic of the systems. So prepare accordingly, like all the systems, how it works, steering gear also. Maybe they will ask some electrical diagram to trace. That's very important part of it, ETO life. You should be very good in tracing any electrical circuit diagram. If you know this, how to do, your life is very easy. That as simple as that. It's a first thing is to know how you have to use the multimeter in various modes, how to check the continuity, how to check the resistors and capacitors. So this things is very common, and which we have studied in our engineering college as well. And of course in pre-CETO course also you will study all these things, how to check this. But you should be master of it. If you are master in it, I'm pretty sure your life will be very easy on board. So maybe they will ask how to trace the circuit. They will give a simple logic circuit, maybe on direct online starter, start to delta auto, maybe common basic DOL starter circuit for any motors, how it's work, and what's the on time delay, off time delay. So this all are the topics which they might ask, definitely, because this is the things which we are doing on board. So if you know this basics, then I'm pretty sure it will be easy for you. So I shared what I have been asked. Maybe it will be more than that to others. So please be focused on your course, pre-CETO course. Whatever topic they are covering is very important, very useful, because I've experienced it personally, that many topics which is being covered by faculty in my pre-CETO course is helping me now, even that, yeah, that sir have told me this and that, yeah, this may be the cause. So it little bit, you will be, your troubleshooting will be fast. So it's not compulsory that you should be very fast in your troubleshooting. Take your time, but it's like prepare yourself before anything happens. So at least you know what things you have to prepare beforehand. So this is all I have seen so far, and I have heard from my friends also what questions their company asked to them. And maybe for tankers they will ask something more regarding safety. As I am not a tanker background, so I cannot say much more about it, but yes, basic will be same for every vessel, not even container, not just tanker, not just gas tankers, and everything like that. So final question is it worthy to do ETO course now, as this corona pandemic time is there? So is it worthy for doing this? Or many questions was related to this safe manning model. Safe manning model, ETO is not coming under the safe manning model. Safe manning model is the minimum crew required on board to sail the ship. But now let's see, maybe after some years everything will be electronics on board. Already they have started electrical propulsion, so yes, there is still scope. Many people have asked that many companies are removing ETOs from their fleet, from their vessels. uh, yeah, for tankers I would say oil and chemical tankers, yes, companies are removing ETOs. But at the same time, if you ask about container vessels, we still are in a safe side, because I am the one who is handling reefers. No one else can handle reefers on board, so ETO is responsible for that. Yes, still job scope is there, a lot of scope is there. And now everything is getting electronics. All the mechanical parts has been converted into electronics parts, so definitely we are the one who will handle that, and who will be um, taking care of that machineries on board. So, and now I also heard that they are planning for batteries. No more main engine, nothing, only batteries. It will run on batteries. So, of course, still there is a lot of scope, but these things will take time. But I would not say that ETO post will get vanished. Not because I am ETO, but things are like that. I've put up the points that everything is becoming electronics. So we are expert actually. We have done degree, we have done pre-C course, and we have done our COC also. So COC is actually one of the best weapon for us to come under safe manning. So let's see what will happen. But I would not say that ETO post will vanish very soon, or not further. So let's hope for the best. As I mentioned, ETO job is everywhere, on board, on deck side, on engine side, on reefers, everywhere. They need whatever is happening, even wherever there is a single piece of fire, it's a job of ETO. So don't worry much, don't get panic, please be patient. And it's nothing like that. And I don't agree with it that ETO post will get vanished in few years. There is no scope, no nothing. But yeah, there is one feedback that there is no scope of promotion. At certain point of time you will be settled on one payment and one post, one designation, and you have to stay there for lifelong. Unlike deck side and engine side, they have promotions like from fourth engineer, third engineer, second engineer, chief engineer. But for ETO, once you become like us from trainee ETO, you will go for assistant ETO, then for ETO, then that's it. That's the maximum you can go for. So yeah, there is no development furthermore at certain point of time when you reach. So this is all I have to cover in this session. Next session I will cover furthermore, like what I was like my journey, what I faced when I boarded my first vessel, what all things you have to prepare beforehand when you join your first vessel, and all important stuffs where you have to focus more to be, and whether we can shift from one type of vessel to another type of vessel, which vessel is perfect actually for a good life, and all things, all these things, all these stuffs I will cover in the next part. Many of you have also asked me about GME course. I'm not a marine engineer, but I can definitely give you some ideas to whom you can contact, like Chief Engineer Pranit, Sailor Success, Ashish Kumar, Mariner. So I will keep all this IDs and in my description. You can contact them because they will guide you much better than I. With regarding ATO, I can tell okay, I can guide you further more. But for GME and stuff like that, please contact this IDs. For BSc in Nautical and Diploma in Nautical Science, please contact our best vlogger Karanveer Singh Nair. He can guide you much better because he have done BSc in Nautical Science. Many of you have some many doubts regarding which is better, BSc or DNS. So kindly contact him. And we have Captain Scenes, Sheep Sailor Sunil, Captain Ravi Chaudhary. So many legends we have, so many captains who are helping many peoples to clear their doubts, and you can contact them. I will mention them in this video description. And thank you for watching this. Wait for the next part, and I hope so I will cover all the queries which is not being answered in this session in the next part. But give me some time, as I think I will have a lot of work again. So I hope I will make it more I'll cover all the queries and all the parts. Also, how is merchant navy for female seafarers, I will cover in the next part. So for till then, please wait, and I hope this video will be helpful for you, and it will help a lot of aspirants which are having so many queries regarding ETO. And hope so you will find it informative, and I've tried to answer as best as I can, because I just want to take reality part more in this video, because many people are dreaming to come into merchant navy, and they are very they are having high hopes that they will do this and that, but the reality is life is also tough at the same time. So please be prepared for that as well before entering into this field. Before entering, you should be very strong mentally, and you should know the risk involved in this field, that nowadays that there is placement issues everywhere. So please make sure that, and I hope you all are well in this pandemic time. Keep safe, sanitize yourself, get vaccinated. I will also vaccinate once I will go back to my home, and hopefully I will sign off in July. After that only it's possible, but till then, stay safe. Bye bye.